Good morning, everybody. My name is Linda Davenport, and I'm here to speak about the P.A.D.S program. P.A.D.S is an acronym for Public Action to Deliver Shelter, which it does, and it does much more. 365 days a year, we have 3 sites in DuPage County that are open for the homeless. Not run by Democrats, Republicans, governmental agencies. Every single site, 365 days a year times 3, is run by a church, a synagogue, a mosque, or a temple, which is an interesting fact. It's the people that believe in a God that have stepped up to do this ministry. Our church provides shelter 52 times per year. So here's how it works at our church. At 6 o'clock at night, the side door opens here, and visitors or volunteers start coming in. And if it's the second Sunday of the month, it's going to be Betsy and Jeff Edwards, people from our church that come, along with about 8 to 10 other people, none of them from this congregation, some of them not even American-born citizens, that come to work as volunteers. Food starts being delivered from volunteers who are called upon once per month to purchase or make food, and wonderful smells soon fill Pilgrim Hall. At 7 o'clock, the doors open and the guests begin to come in. They have to show their ID to the register from P.A.D.S, who's there, a staff person. And if it's a cold night, some of them will walk fast to a radiator, a pad next to a radiator, carrying everything they have, dear to them, close to their chest, everything they have. High school and younger students who have everything they could possibly need and more serve them food in a buffet line with real dishes and real silverware, which I believe our church was the first, if not the only church that does that. At about 8:30, when all the dishes are done, the guests are settled down because, after all, they've been walking around all day. They're sitting on their pads. The volunteers get to go home about 8:30. 1 or 2 stay until they're relieved at 10 o'clock. At 10 o'clock, you're going to see Jennifer Lindstrom, Phil Andress, my husband, Marge, thanks for stepping up, and all kinds of people that agree to serve. This shift from 10 to 2 in the morning requires an ability to pass out cookies and milk, and sometimes pat someone on the back if they've had a bad dream or are scared or just talk. That's about the skill set that's necessary for that shift. At 2 a.m. in the morning, 2 new people come to volunteer. You're going to see Jesse White there a lot. You're going to see Karen Akers coming from a shift at the hospital to come over and work there. Lots of people that do this shift. Gary and Marion Tomlinson have been doing this shift for 24 years, once a month. At 5 in the morning, the breakfast shift comes. If it's the 4th week, we have the Fighting Fourth, they call themselves, with Pete Rabluski and a bunch of other people. They make hash browns, eggs, bacon, toast, tons and tons of coffee. All the pads are put away, and then the guests leave at 7, and when they leave with a sack lunch that was prepared by families who on a Sunday afternoon sit there and pack a lunch, 65 lunches, or a Girl Scout troop, or a Boy Scout troop. At 9 o'clock, somebody comes with a van, picks up laundry, takes it to CDH, who does our laundry for free, gives us clean laundry to bring back and drop it off. St. Mark's in Glen, Ellyn here helps us by doing the first Sunday of the month, so that still only leaves 40 Sundays for us to be responsible for. I'm not asking for money, so you should write this date down. It's March 26th. Because that doesn't happen very often. But what I'm asking is for you. For your time, once per month. And if you can't do a shift every month, and I understand sometimes you can't, we've all got friends. Maybe we get a group of friends together, and that friend shares a shift over 7 months. You do 1 month, another couple does 1 month, so that you only have to really do this once, maybe a year. I have found, if you're a night owl like me and you have trouble sleeping, you can play solitaire anywhere. You can play solitaire on your iPad, you can read on your Kindle downstairs, pretty much the same way as you can in your living room or in your bedroom at home at 1 or 2 in the morning, and you can help. I find that I have been more anxious than normal lately about my community, my country, my world. So many things happening over which I have no control. But this is something we can control. We can keep one person from not starving to death. We can keep one person from not freezing to death. And equally as important, we can greet them with a smile so that they remember that they've not been forgotten. I believe each of us has a picture of Christ as a leader to us. He's a healer, he's a pastor, he's on the cross. For me, he was a shepherd. From that first scene on the hills when the angels came to tell the shepherd what was going to happen, they didn't go to the lawyers, they didn't go to the judges, they went to the shepherds to tell them first. So God to me is the shepherd. God the shepherd who stands behind that high school child and ladles out food that they will not eat, but that the guest will. God the shepherd that stands over you and bends over you as you make a bed for someone that you're not going to sleep in. This being the bed. One sheet, one blanket, one pillow, one pillowcase, one pad. That's what they get. And God the shepherd who listens with you to the gentle breaths of those souls that are sleeping at 2 a.m, who on the day they were born, I'm sure brought joy to their mothers, but now have no one to tell their secrets to or their sadness to or what's on their heart. So if you're interested in providing food, buying supplies, providing transportation for laundry, or better, being present in the moment while this is happening around us, my email address is in the bulletin. Send it to me and I will find a place for you in this ministry. We average 65 people every Sunday night downstairs. This ministry, I pray for it every year that it goes away. It's not. It's not going to be its summer will be better, but it's not going away. So please feel free to email me if you have any questions or anything I can answer about PADS. Let me know. Thank you.